Today, I have an incredible near-death experience to share with you from Johnny, a 67-year-old whose life was forever changed by his journey beyond the veil. His story is taken from the International Association for Near-Death Studies website, and you'll find the link to his original account in the description below. So, without further ado, here's Johnny's story, told in his own words. This is what happened to me. I had been very ill with a bacterial lung disease for a couple of years. I could neither walk nor stay active for more than 10 minutes without getting a fever that would last for 3 weeks afterward. I was always exhausted, struggling to breathe, and constantly feeling like I was suffocating. The disease had damaged the cilia in my lungs, the tiny hairs responsible for clearing debris and mucus. This left me with symptoms similar to that of COPD patients. Sleep became almost impossible, and what little rest I got was in a sitting position. At its worst, it felt and sounded like I was suffocating. The wheezing from my airways would wake me after only brief moments of sleep. One October evening about 10 years ago, despite medication, I couldn't breathe. Panicking, I took the wrong medicine and my breathing completely stopped. Terror filled me. I was unable to call for help and felt as if I were fighting for my life. My heart stopped and there was complete silence in my chest. I gave up. The act of giving up my life felt unthinkable, an impossible decision, but it was the only choice left. For a moment, the silence inside my chest was shocking. Then I thought, so this is it. It's over. Suddenly, everything changed. The room became incredibly vibrant and real. The ceiling filled with an intense radiant light, and a gigantic face appeared smiling at me with warmth and love. I felt a sense of security I had never known. The face grew brighter and larger, and I either floated toward it or it came toward me. I was no longer in my body. I found myself in a landscape so brilliantly alive that it defies description. Colors were vivid and more beautiful than anything I had ever seen. Everything around me, flowers, grass, trees, they all felt alive and conscious. It all radiated an incredible life force. I experienced a profound sense of being home, a joy so immense it cannot be described. It felt as though my entire life had been a fleeting dream, and I had finally awakened. A being of light appeared to my right. His presence was both loving and all-knowing. He knew everything about me, every thought, every action, both good and bad. His voice was deep, gentle, and filled with humor, as if he were delighted to meet me. Together we reviewed my entire life, moment by moment. I relived every event not just as myself, but also through the eyes and emotions of others. I felt their joy, their pain, their love, and their suffering. At times, the review was excruciating, especially when I experienced the pain I had caused others. One memory stood out. As a child, I had joined my classmates in bullying a vulnerable girl. During the review, I felt her humiliation and anguish as if it were my own. But throughout the process, the being of light stayed by my side, radiating unconditional love. He reassured me that nothing was wrong, that everything was as it should be. His love healed my pain, transforming it into understanding and compassion. I came to see my life differently. I realized that even small, seemingly inconsequential acts of kindness had great significance. And at the same time, actions I had once been proud of mattered very little. The being of light explained that love is the foundation of existence. When humanity acts out of love, we align with the creative force of the universe. But when we are driven by fear, anger, or material desires, we lose touch with our true nature. As our dialogue continued, I began to understand everything: humanity's struggles, the purpose of existence, and the interconnectedness of all things. The knowledge filled me with peace and joy. Then the being of light told me it was time to return. At first, I resisted. I didn't want to leave this place of love and belonging. But suddenly, I was pulled back into my body with incredible speed. I woke up lying in the fetal position, the sunlight streaming through the blinds. For the first time in years, I could breathe freely. I ran to my wife, overwhelmed with joy, eager to share what I had experienced. The transformation from my NDE has stayed with me. I try to live my life guided by love, sharing what little I can of the profound truth I experienced, a feeling or a knowing that everything will be fine in the end. Thank you for listening to Johnny's remarkable near-death experience. If this account moved you, please like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, and consider joining our Conscious Chronicles community for exclusive perks as we continue exploring the profound journeys of the soul. This is Anthony, signing off. Until next time, stay conscious. And if consciousness ever slips away, embrace the journey beyond.